If you've been following along with this build, you know that this 996 has 148,000 miles. It wasn't taken care of by the previous owner. I replaced a whole bunch of stuff on it to try to get it running and driving and up to speed, but I keep finding more and more and more problems. This car has been pretty much a nightmare from beginning to now, and the end is somewhere way down there. Your major stuff we've already fixed. Fuel pump. Car wouldn't start right. Massive oil leak. We had multiple check engine lights, ABS, traction control light. Had a wheel bearing failure out back. That was a whole nightmare to fix. Car has plenty of other issues, but those were the major ones. We're trying to knock it down to the more minor issues. Today's minor issue is mainly the broken plenum, which isn't exactly fun to repair, fix, or replace. I've done a lot of work on the Porsche recently, a lot of stuff that's going to change the driving dynamics. However, I haven't been able to drive it because I keep finding more problems and diving deeper into the rabbit hole to fix them and make it better along the way. So goals for today's video: get the old broken plenum out, get the new IPB plenum and 74mm throttle body in, zip tie and fix any vacuum leaks or vacuum hoses that I didn't already, which I think I got them all. Fix the window regulator. Just put doubt next to that on the list, because that's probably not going to happen. Get a new battery, start it, get it running and driving, test out all the mods that I've done recently. Lofty goals, might be able to achieve them. Before we get too far into the video, I do want to show you guys a new tool. I would love to do like a new tool Tuesday or like a tool tip Tuesday. But then I have to get a new tool every week. I can't afford that. Weaver sent out this topside creeper. If you're not familiar with what a topside creeper is, especially for working on larger vehicles, i.e. my Duramax diesels, for working under the hood, so you can lay on top of this and you kind of go over top of the hood and you can lay in there and fiddle around with all sorts of stuff. That means in the future, when I upgrade the turbo on the LML, now I have something that will help me be able to get in that. Because if you know where the turbo is on an LML, they're like impossible to get to. So this will be a big help. Big thanks to Weaver. I'll have a link below for this. They sent me out a decent amount of tools, which have been a huge help around here. I need all the tools I can get, though I don't have much space. What is nice about this topside creeper though is it pretty much folds up so I can lay it flat against the garage wall somewhere. I don't really have any garage space left, but I'll find a spot. As long as that doesn't fall down on the E36, we'll be good. Anyway, time to get to working on the 996. Got a whole bunch of stuff to install. All the parts haven't shown up yet. For now, I got the new window regulator in. So I'm going to attach the old motor to that, get that installed, and see if the door, window, everything together works, which it hasn't since I bought the car. Sweet. I can actually finally get rid of all these door locks, because this is the $20 one that didn't work. This is the OEM one that didn't work, and a bunch of parts. Shouldn't need any of that. I also got my new 74mm throttle body. I'm just waiting on the actual IPB plenum. Should be here 2 days, tomorrow. But before I do this, I want to finish the window regulator, and I actually still have to take the stock old plenum out. Well, here's a telltale sign that this car was painted. Look at the yellow overspray right there. Might as well get that off so no one ever knows. Like it never even happened. Hey, I think that's right. Everything's loosely in there except for the window. Well, the window's in. Well, boys, I'm not a quitter, but I am pretty much quitting on this window. It's doing the exact, and I mean the exact same thing it's always done. We go down. It goes down a tiny bit at a time. We try to go up. It goes up a little bit at a time. I tried to do the window reset thing. Of course, that didn't work because the one touch doesn't work. So you can't reset it. The door lock, I will say, is fixed because it goes down when you open it. However, just like before, it doesn't go up, but it'll go down again. The only thing I can think of is a new battery might help, because this battery is like shot. I have it hooked up to a trickle charger, and the trickle charger indicates that it's dead pretty much as soon as I even turn the key without starting it. And I've had it on a trickle charger for days now. So it's either that or the window motor is no good. I mean, it does sound like it's struggling, but that could be from some binding. I don't know. I give up on this for now. I'm gonna go pull the plenum off. Hopefully that goes better than this. I mean, it can't go any worse. So actually after that, I decided to take the whole thing back out, and I wanted to do a bench test per se. So get it out of there, run the motor up and down with no window, and just see what would happen. And actually it was doing the exact same thing. So it's not a binding issue, it's not a window issue. I don't know what the issue is. So with the window test failed, I figured it was time to move on to the plenum, get the old one removed before I could install the new one. Getting a little more room back behind. To be fair, I shouldn't have much to remove back here. Should just be a couple of hose clamps. I got everything else disconnected. I'm hoping it's going to be that easy. Starts working on the car. Immediately drop socket. Don't you dare go any deeper down in there, little buddy. There's one side. The other side definitely has some more crap in the way. All right, those are loose. Oh, we're loose. I know you guys probably can't see that, but we are loose. Now it's a matter of maneuvering this out of there. Probability of me breaking something is high. That's gotta be darn close to coming out. But I think I'm better off removing this throttle body. I have more access now. I think it's gonna make my life a little easier. Oh yeah. Now we got some more room. I'm gonna have to remember that all three of these hoses go right there. Yeet. Come on. There we go. Yes. Haha. Take that, sucker. Oh, success. Yeah, that's boy. This looks like a freaking piece of PVC that you'd find at Home Depot. It's some fine engineering right here. Thanks, Porsche. To be fair, my backyard fix of this with the zip tie and the JB weld technically held. Because if I put it on there and I freaking... Yeah, she snaps on there just fine. But it would leak again. So, that doesn't fix that. This thing is dirty. I'm pretty beyond frustrated with that whole window scenario. I doubt I'll get that fixed in this video. If I don't, leave me your thoughts. The old plenum is out. It wasn't that bad to get out. I mean, kind of a pain, but certainly could have been a lot worse. Now I just wait for the new one to come in. I have the shiny new throttle body, which seems kind of significantly bigger than the stock one. I'm not a huge believer in that this upgraded plenum and upgraded throttle body is really gonna make much of a difference. I know they say there's like horsepower gains, but it's a boosted engine. Like air is gonna be forced through there, whether the throttle body is this big or this big. So I don't really foresee it making that much of a change. So I'm not doing this for power. I'm doing this because I think this is a really, really crappy design that's, even if I fixed it now, it would fail. Since I got that plenum on sale, half off, I couldn't really pass it up. If that plenum had not been half off, I'm not sure what I would have done. It's not worth nearly $900 in my opinion. All right, I'll see you guys when the plenum shows up. So I'll yeet this battery out and see if I can pick one up while I'm doing everything else. Oh, I don't know. Might be worth a shot, might not. So the real reason I got this plenum is because it was half off, maybe even a little over half off because of, well, they called it a scratch and dent, but basically where the O-ring is, where the throttle body connects, it just wasn't machined center. So the O-ring is a little bit off. It shouldn't affect sealing at all. I'm guessing it's going to be just fine. Now, if you're a little confused as to why I'm taking this whole thing apart before installing it, I don't blame you. All of these NPT fittings in here actually don't come with any type of sealant or Teflon tape, so I was advised to actually pull them all off, add the tape, and then put them back in. That's exactly what I'm doing here. And now here you see the finished product. Got Teflon tape on all 6 fittings. So now hopefully we will have absolutely 0 leaks anywhere on this engine. And now it's time for the install. Last piece of the puzzle. For now. Whew, that was a lot of work. Time to find out how many problems I still have. Now the goal of this video is to actually get it running and driving and take it for a drive, so to do that I kind of have to have the window in it. It is cold here in PA, so I decided to throw it back in there, not really get it aligned or anything yet, but at least get it in place. The plan was to get a new battery before finishing this project, but that didn't happen. So I gotta yeet the old battery back in there again, even though it's dead. I'm gonna have to jump start it. I just gotta make sure the car still starts and runs and drives and does everything that it should do. Finally get to drive it with all the new mods. Try to put it in the right way this time. Well, let's see what happens. Literally had the battery on the tender. It's completely shot. We know that. But I gotta get the car started, so time to jump start it. Now, since this big hunk of junk over here doesn't ever want to start, this is a prime opportunity to talk to you about today's sponsor, which is TopDon and their jump starter, which I'm gonna need to get this thing running. Thankfully, got a jump starter from TopDon. I basically always need a jump starter with this car because, well, it always needs jump started. This is their JS2000. It is a nice compact unit. It's not going to take up a lot of trunk space, which is pretty precious in the 996. There's not a whole lot of space in this car. This doesn't take up much, but has the power to start it. In fact, it can give up to 2,000 peak amps to restart 12-volt batteries in just 3 seconds. That includes cars, trucks, and motorcycles. It supports up to 8-liter gas engines and 6-liter diesel engines. Technically, this is also a power bank. It's got 1,600 milliamp hours and multiple USB ports. It also has protection technology in it as well as a flashlight. And the flashlight has different modes. This is the one that I would use because this car is probably going to break down on the side of the road and I'll need some way to signal for help. If you'd like to get your own TopDon JS2000, I've got a link below that will actually get you one for 20% off. Big thanks to TopDon for sponsoring today's video and helping me get this Porsche fired up again because I literally couldn't do it without this. Make sure the new throttle body actually works when I hit the throttle. Yes, sir. I would say I think we're all good here. Idle speed seems good. There's no leaks, no weird noises. Time to take it for a spin. Thank you for TopDon for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to check out the link I have in the description for 20% off. Well, it's running and probably driving. Everything seems fine. Time to go for a test drive. I'm excited.